Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40s World, where we do, or should I say, let's talk reality TV breaking news. I guess Kenya knows how to try to stay relevant in the social media arena, as well as, I guess, whoever want to cover when we're having a slow day on the regular news, local news channel, in whatever state you live in that catches Kenya Moore. So I guess it would be what New York. They'll talk about her, California, and here in Georgia. Anywhere else, I'm pretty sure it's small pickings. But anyway, Kenya Moore done went back to court, y'all, to try to secure herself and her new husband, Mark Daly, a restraining order. So basically, Matt can't come and offend or put hands on them. And I'm like, Kenya. Matt is no stranger to going to jail. He don't care. You say anything to piss him off, guess what? He gonna probably come for you. Not necessarily to harm you in any way, but just try to understand why you chose to treat him like a fool in public, on TV, and probably etc. etc. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like really not liking you, Kenya, because you just keep hollering one thing and doing another thing, like crying wolf like a little boy. And then when you really do be in some serious trouble, ain't nobody gonna take you serious. Nobody's gonna really take you serious, or they gonna feel like you deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Because you constantly say you're over Matt, you putting him in the past, this, that, and third, but then you're like, well, I like Matt, I want him to stay in my life, this, that, and now you come up married. I'm like, ugh. I'm like Matt myself. I'm totally confused. And like I said, the pictures that you're giving us, it just looks so staged. I mean, the man is not in a suit. He's not being very loving to you, like holding you, embracing you. It's just like y'all was just taking candid shots, like you was on some type of soap opera or possibly a reality show that you're trying to pilot or somebody just carefree and this, that, and third. And you like twirl. You Miss Twirl Fabulous. Remember, you want to be all eyes on me. Okay, in a sense, not taken from Tupac's new movie that just released, but it's just like, you're just doing too much. I'm like, why would Mark Daly feel threatened by Matt Jordan? I mean, and we look at the muscles and the build of everything. Yeah, if you want to like pop out, yeah, he probably get punched in the face, and he looks like a model, so he probably want to preserve his good looks. But better yet, don't step to Matt. Pay him no mind, because I'm sure you have to really offend Matt before he try to put hands on you or you try to buck up at him or whatever. I don't think he's just gonna come and ram you. You know what I'm saying? You have to have done something to him. At least that's what I get from it. And we all know Kenya just like pulling them heartstrings, and she really, in a sense, got a young man who really has a mentality of a boy mentality when she was dealing with Matt. He wasn't refined enough to be in her world or her circle of friends, so she always had to downplay him, which was wrong. I mean, if you're not going to upgrade the brother or teach him behind closed doors, these are people I hang around. This is what you need to know. Kind of school him in a loving way when you're around your circle of friends, so he won't feel embarrassed or uncomfortable. And they probably won't. Your friends probably won't try to make him feel uncomfortable or try to, talk down to his level. But anybody can definitely, if they like somebody, make them understand where they're coming from without showing, some type of negativity in their demeanor or how they approach that person. But Kenya, you're really doing too much. I mean, you're constantly still making Matt Jordan your storyline. I mean, cut it off. I don't want to hear nothing else about Matt Jordan. Let's hear a lot more about Mark Daly. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, he really don't look like there's no love in y'all pictures. I'm sorry. When you see a person getting married, you see them attached, you see them embracing each other, all the 9 yards, just love, love, love. You know what I'm saying? It just oozes out the pictures. If you're around that person in person, you can just sense it that, both of them love each other, or at least one of them love each other. Well, love one more than the other one. You're going to really feel it. But I mean, it's just an expression or a feeling that you have. I can't really explain it. But if you've seen somebody in love, you kind of get into their vibe or their stream of, the mystics of the spirits or whatever. I can't really explain it. But if you've been around people that genuinely love each other and they're expressing, you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You'll be wanting that type of atmosphere around you if you don't have it within your partner, but or a partner to speak on. But still, I'm just like, can you really? So I'm just gonna read you all excerpt from her Instagram account that she wrote about, I guess, calling herself goodbye to Matt. But like I said, I thought we had been saying goodbye to Matt. But she wrote over her on her Instagram account over at the Kenya Moore. Over the last months, I've learned a lot about myself. Really, how to become more heinous. I reflected and realizing that changing my behavior starts with me. No, you haven't, because you're still doing the same old thing, Kenya. I will not be defined by my previous mistakes or bad decisions. Well, you should be defined because you haven't made amends and you haven't done right. Learning from your past is meaning you don't commit the same type of uh, what do you call it? Lack of a better word, I can't think. Fatalities, I should say, with your behavior. You know you should learn from that. Can you learn? Uh, which you haven't. Then it says, my life is what is in front of me and not the things or people I left behind. No, you are your brothers and sisters keeper. You're supposed to set the good example. You're always supposed to leave a relationship or a past relationship on good terms or as best as you can leave it. Meaning you don't have no ill will feelings to this person and they don't have no ill willings for you. Both parties just leave amicably. You're not doing that. You're still poking the horse or you poking the bear by keep saying, I want my restraining order to be extended. Then I want my restraining order not to just extend to myself, but I want my restraining order to extend on my husband. Like your husband can't protect yourself, or your husband can't go file charges himself. I mean, he ain't did nothing to Matt Jordan, so why you just want to cover him too? Ain't that what the Lord do? We covered in the blood of Jesus. Okay, that's all the kind of covering he need. Cause Matt can still come up there and roll kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know, Ken. You need to stop messing with Matt because he really can snap, and it might be one of them things. I don't wish that on you or anybody, but when you keep poking somebody, you don't know what may come out of them. They may be on their last rope, this, that, and third, and you can't play the victim when he comes out of nowhere and strikes you down. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do that because you keep making him relevant in a storyline, relevant when he keeps coming off your mouth. When you want to silence a person, you give them no gravity. You just don't speak on them at all. That's what you need to start doing. And then Matt will finally get the picture that, yeah, she don't care about me no more. She don't even pop my name out her mouth anymore. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that was my sidebar again. Then it says, thank you, God, for this wisdom. Thank you, God, for my new life. I'm like, Kenya. You could try to fool most people, but you can't fool the people that have really been watching you. Okay? Anyway, if you've changed, if you know better, you do better. That's just the rights of the laws, okay? That's just morality. And you just don't want to do right. So I'm thinking you really need to get in counseling and try to understand where your mother went wrong and are you harboring these resentful, hateful type of um things held in so you can let them go and so you can truly be at peace. You know what I'm saying? Stop having all these rental boyfriends and possibly rental husband and it's just too much. Too much. Okay. Then I have a little excerpt from Bossip.com. They did an article on the judge orders Matt Jordan to stay 200 feet, not only from Kenya, but from her new spouse, her new beau, her new husband. But like I said, what is Kenya Moore last name? Does anybody know? Is it Kenya Moore Daily? Is it Kenya Daily? I mean, what we going with it and why? But anyway, I forgot. I don't see it just says by Bossip staff. So they didn't get rights to their own article. But anyway, it's on the Bossip.com website. It says, twirl on that. Kenya Moore and Express Hubby granted permanent restraining order against road rager Matt Jordan. The only thing I can say, is that permanent or is that like an expiration date? You know what I'm saying? Because again, Kenya is poking a dead horse just a little bit too much. Okay, it ain't like Matt Jordan went out there and killed somebody. He just been putting hands on folks because they've been running off the mouth, and he just used things physically, which he shouldn't. Everybody know that. But when people keep poking a bear, poking a cat, poking a dog, you're gonna draw back something you gonna want. Okay, that you ain't gonna be able to deal with. That's my sidebar. But moving back onto the article that was written by somebody at Bossa.com, said, twirl on that. Kenya Moore is playing no games when it comes to protecting her new matrimony dumb from her old abusive situation. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star was granted a permanent restraining order against her hot-headed ex, Matt Jordan. But okay, was he really hot-headed or did you provoke him also? Because like I said, you cannot go and keep antagonizing a person before you get a drawback. Okay. A judge granted the permanent order earlier this month after Matt was no-show in court regarding a temporary order in April, according to TMZ. Kenya got the judge to also extend that protection to her new hubby, Mark, ordering Matt to stay away at least 200 feet from the couple. The order is in place for a full year, starting this month. Now, see, when they say a protective order, permanent. My thing is that's for life. But then we see the wording, it's for 1 year. So I'm like, what are you going to keep doing it? Extending it year after year after year, especially if Matt is not doing nothing to you, but you're going to hold his name up there. I thought you let go, let God. I mean, that's what you said a long time ago. You move on and you leave things in order, but you're not doing that, can you? Another sidebar, sorry. Then it says this order is in place for a full year starting this month. That will mean that Kenya will be able to film a new season carefree of Matt running up on the set and popping off about old issues. Last season, Matt displayed little restraint when he and Kenya talked about their relationship issues on camera. Yesterday, Matt was spilling tea on Kenya's express nuptial, saying she was married to a stranger online. Way to go, Matt. Hit her where it hurts. Then it says, Kenya, if that restraining order actually works, you might want to get a gag order next. Hit the flip to see the kind of energy Kenya is on now without Matt's negativity clouding up her space. Okay, I was like, whoa, Matt still gonna talk his talk, and she didn't know, and no judge should grant anything because if Kenya commonly and always out there using his name to drag him for all the negativity, then he should be able to do the same to her. Okay, because there's always two stories, two sides to a story. You have both party sides speaking, and then you have the truth somewhere in the middle. So let God judge them two, and hopefully Kenya will find her another storyline. Hopefully it's something we can definitely be proud to see, which is this new Mark. And we don't definitely need to hear about Matt no more. But people gonna be like, okay, your new husband stand up for you. You still standing up for all these different men trying to tell them where to come to, fro, and go. I don't understand, Kenya. You don't need a husband. You need a robot, okay? You don't need a man. You need a blow up doll or a vibrator or something to take care of you in those issues because you're pretty much a man eater. You're siren. You want things your way. The men need to go the highway. So you demasculate any man. Or I won't say that because that first guy you had, I forgot what his name was. He went on Bill 103 and pretty much stripped you down to a field. You can't handle a strong black man or probably any strong man of any other race because you want to be in charge. You want to be the boss. So you may find yourself like your mother alone until you learn how to deal with issues and letting people go and stop trying to, have sex with men and then try to throw them back under the bus. Because that was given us by Matt. He said, y'all just had sex a couple of days before you had this little episode that we saw on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But you couldn't explain that now. You couldn't explain that. You wanted his private parts for your fulfillment, but you didn't want him in a relationship because he was too volatile. Okay, you can't have both. You can't have the dick and then try to have non-relationship. You just can't do it. Okay, y'all, that was my sidebar. Just wanted to give it to you to have something on my channel. Hope y'all appreciate my commentary, and I'll talk to you soon for some another. Bye bye.